Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's JD Collectible and I am back with a brand new video, and in honor of Father's Day weekend we're going to be taking a look at one of the more iconic father and son duos in recent wrestling history, Rey Mysterio and his son Dominik Mysterio. Here we have the Rey Mysterio Elite Series 92 and the Dominik Mysterio Series 89 action figures. And the history of professional wrestling is littered with second and third generation stars, wrestlers who have who have followed their father's footsteps into the wrestling business. Just some of the more notable examples over the last several 35 years. The Million Dollar Man Ted DiBiase, whose father was the late Iron Mike DiBiase. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, whose father was Rocky Johnson. Current WWE Universal Undisputed Champion Roman Reigns, whose father is one half of the Wild Samoans. I cannot honestly recall if it's Alpha or Sika. But then you have his cousins, the Usos, whose father is WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi. You have Cody and Dustin Rhodes, whose father was the late great American Dream Dusty Rhodes. Randy Orton, whose father was Cowboy Bob Orton, his father was also a professional wrestler. So, and you can literally, I can spend an hour discussing of all the father son, the family trees in wrestling history is just so vast. But this Rey and Dominik Mysterio are unique in the sense that, to the best of my knowledge, at least in the current era, now there were tons, back during the old days of wrestling, 70s, 80s, that I'm sure I just cannot recall at the moment, but at least in WWE history, they are the only father and son duo to hold the company's tag team championships. Of course, Rey Mysterio, one of the most iconic wrestlers of all time in my estimation, one of the greatest performers I've ever seen. Rey Mysterio has broke so many barriers in regards to what a wrestler of his size can accomplish in America, and still going strong to this day. And his son Dominik, following in his footsteps. Like I said, Dominik, he's not my favorite wrestler, but again, he goes out there, tries his best, and they've been, and I really just over these last couple of years since they've been together on the main roster, it's really just cool to know that father and son is accomplishing so much together. I'm sure this is probably of a Hall of Fame caliber career that Rey has had, literally accomplishing everything there is to accomplish in professional wrestling. I'm sure being able to team with his son over the last few years has been the proverbial icing on the cake. And I don't expect Rey Dominik to have the career that his father did. I really think that when Rey, steps down from wrestling, or when he kind of, retires, I don't expect Dominik to be a major star in the business in another 5 years. That's what I'm trying to say. But with that being said, I still think it's just cool that they are together, able to experience just the business. And I'm sure Dominik has learned a ton from his father, and it's just a really cool thing to see. So we're going to get into these figures right now. So we have this is the Rey Mysterio Series 92, and WWE has been, if you follow me on my Instagram, you will know that I have been so impressed with the quality of these Rey Mysterio figures this year. WWE has been knocking it out the park. Here we have a orange and black theme. I love, we had the t-shirt right there up top. I love the kind of the plastic, style attire, interchangeable hands. On the side, we see the Rey Mysterio action shot of him, and on the back, we have just a brief blurb about him, and we see the other superstars in this series: The Fiend, Adam Cole, Scarlett, Charlotte Flair, Ric Flair, Rey Mysterio. And I always find it so ironic that of all these figures I've been collecting lately, for the most part in every series, it's usually a good two people who are still employed by the company. So I just find that to be a huge inside joke, because we know The Fiend, Cole, Scarlett are no longer with the company. Ric Flair, he's off and on. He's not really with the company, but they're doing a documentary on him, so I guess he's in their good graces. So I just find that to be quite humorous whenever I review these figures. And then we have Dominik Mysterio in the very colorful red, looks like red, orange, yellow attire with the kendo stick. See his shot on the side, and then on the back we see in this series Now, this is an exception. This is a series where actually a majority are still in the company. We see Drew McIntyre, of course, Dominique, Bobby Lashley, Damian Priest, Sergeant Slaughter, Nia Jax. Really, Nia Jax is the only one who is no longer with the company, as Sergeant Slaughter is, under, a Legends deal. So that actually is one of the exceptions lately to the rule. All right, so we're about to get into these bad boys and see what they're all about. Alright, so now we have the figures unboxed, and first off with the Rey Mysterio. Again, I love this orange and black combination, just one of my favorite color combinations of any Rey Mysterio figure that I have. We see on the side leg, we have the greatest Max. You see his Max symbol of all time, the GOAT acronym, and then you see a little I don't know what this is. I guess just a red marking on the boot. The tattoo, well, just from the side, we can see the M Mysterio kind of tassel with the very detailed, intricate tattoo artwork on the chest. On the stomach, we see the word Mexico, and the detail of the Max, very good as well. This is the, style that Rey Mysterio has worn mostly since his comeback in 2019, which is more of a full bodysuit style, as he is getting older, of course, so I can understand definitely that, something that covers most of his his midsection up, but still Mysterio is still very much a in shape performer, always has been very in shape for the style that he does, especially for him to adapt as he's had over a nearly 30-year career. Mysterio's been wrestling since he was actually, I think he started wrestling professionally at the age of 15 in Mexico. So, Mysterio has competed a very physical, high-flying, daredevil, yet smart style since, the early 90s, and he is still going strong today in WWE. You have the red gloves, and then so really just a good clean figure. I really just like and then you have the question marks on the front and back of the trunk area. So again, just a very solid figure, feels very good in my hands. And this figure comes with this is the shirt, and I really like this design. This is a Mysterio Lucha Libre, kind of an old school kind of style shirt with the theme on it, with the design. I remember they showed this shirt on WWE Shop. I think it's coming up better now on the camera, but I think this may be the new soft goods material, because I've heard a lot of people talk about that lately with the new, whereas in the past, a lot of the plastic, shirts in the elite figures are now a more flexible kind of plastic instead of the more rigid plastic from the past. But I prefer the plastic shirts regardless with my elites. I prefer plastic so much over the cloth shirts. And let's see if we can get this on him. I think this will, yep, so there you see the Mysterio in his shirt, good to go. And then Dominique over here with the kendo stick, and Dominique, his first year in the company, he was involved in a feud with Seth Rollins and currently Buddy Matthews, I believe that's his name in AEW, but in WWE, Buddy Murphy. I think I got his AEW name right. Could be wrong. But that explains the kendo stick. He had a very kind of, I guess, hardcore kind of style. But really like this outfit. It reminds me of kind of earlier Mysterio outfits. And I want to say there's another luchador it reminds me of, but I don't know if I've seen this attire on someone, but maybe it is Rey. Maybe this was similar to what Rey wore back in the day. Certainly the trunks was. I remember Rey wearing this kind of style maybe back in the 90s in WCW, and of course the top part, and then it's just a very colorful a lot of colors going on, man, with the yellow and red though. So really a good combination. Maybe a little orange in there, but I guess mostly red. He has some tattoos on the
and a tattoo within the arm right there. And this is a very good figure. I honestly, when I got the Dominik figure, and you have DM on the back, when I got the Dominik figure, I really just, I don't know. I kind of wasn't expecting a lot from it. That sounds weird. Sometimes I get a figure and I kind of regret the choice after I buy it. And I kind of was feeling that with the Dominik figure, but actually unboxing this and holding it in my hand, it's actually a very solid figure. Great head scan, looks just like him. And I'm really pleased with it. I'm always pleased with the Mysterio figures because, you know, I love a good Rey figure. So, again, I hope you've enjoyed this special, Father's Day edition video. I hope you've enjoyed all the content I've been posting lately. Like I said, I'm just trying to get really more consistent, trying to do as many videos as I can in a week when I have the time. So, again, check out some of my recent videos I did on Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Lashley, Macho Man Randy Savage. Let me know what you think. Please drop a comment and let me know if you like these videos. I always try to add a little bit of history into them, so it's just not a figure review. Just want to educate you on the actual wrestlers and their histories and things of that nature. So again, I hope you've enjoyed this video. And to all fathers out there and all fatherly figures, even if you're not a biological father, if you're an uncle, if you're a cousin, a pastor, a mentor, if you're a guy who's making an impact in the life of someone else in a positive manner, then certainly I salute you and keep up the good work. This is JD Collectible, and I will talk to you again after a while. I meant to do that. Let me do a little more thumbs up. All right.